YouTube, what's going on? It's professional Madden player T. Davis, and today we're breaking down the Jacksonville Jaguars Offensive Playbook. It's a free mini scheme here on the channel, breaking down the 5 best money plays in the Jacksonville Jaguars Playbook. We're about halfway through all 32 NFL team playbooks here. Jaguars Playbook, not the best playbook, but it's been underrated the last few years. Has some nice stuff that we're going to cook up here in this video for you guys to improve when it comes to offensive John Madden football. So if you guys want more gameplays, pro player tips just like this, make sure you subscribe here to the channel for the best tips, gameplays, ebooks, mini schemes, all that stuff. Best stuff you can find on YouTube if you want to improve as a Madden player. So make sure you go ahead and subscribe to the channel here. Make sure you like and comment on this video. And I also have coaching sessions available, 30-minute and 60-minute sessions if you guys want to improve. I have an ebook available. I stream on Twitch. All these links, my social media is on Twitter, on Instagram. You can find out all the stuff in the links in the description below. So make sure you guys check all that stuff out. Just a little intro here, telling you guys what's coming. And we're breaking down the Jacksonville Jaguars playbook here. We got a couple others on the way, and we're going to get through this 32 teams soon. You know, we're almost halfway there, so it's been a lot of fun. I appreciate you guys, man. We're almost at 4,000 subscribers here on the channel, and that's it. Let's get into the video, guys. 5 money plays from the Jacksonville Jaguars playbook. All right, YouTube, what's going on? So today we're looking at the Jacksonville Jaguars playbook. We're going over 5 money plays, the best money plays in my opinion in the whole entire playbook. I want to make it balanced, a couple runs. Majority usually is some passes, but I do want to mix in a couple runs just so we keep it balanced. You know what good runs you need to go to if you do like this playbook, or if you see any of these type of plays in your specific playbook that you run that you can mix in. So I'm just trying to help you guys improve here on the channel. Now, the first ones we're going to look at is not really a specific play. It's more just a little mini scheme. It's a mini scheme within the mini scheme here. All of these single back, heavy tight end formations are really good for running the ball. So I'm talking about single back wing tight. I'm talking about single back wing tight U. And then I'm also talking about single back wing tight Z. So I'm not even going to call a play here. I'm just going to run through the plays in these formations just to show you what I'm talking about. So first at wing tight. Now my favorite play is this halfback ace power. Now, you guys know, and I've talked about it in a couple of my videos, the latest patch within like a month or so ago, probably about a month ago now, they kind of toned down the stretch run. And as you guys know, the stretch has been so good for the last few years, but it's not as good now. It's still solid, so we can mix that in here with the stretch alert lookie, so it's still a nice mix-in. But I really prefer these type of power O off. There's a lot of off tackles that are a little bit better too, but then the power O's, duo runs, and then the dives. Those are really what I prefer right now. So this halfback ace power is absolute money. It's kind of like a power O inside zone combined, mixed. It's got a pulling guard. Really, really good run. You're gonna have 3 tight ends in there to block. So you got this you got that in this formation, and then we also have the dive and the stretch, like I said. So you're gonna mix it. So we have a 3-headed running attack here. You can flick your ace power left or right, whichever way you want to run it. You can also audible down to the dive if you see the look. It's all about reading that defensive line, looking at that front 7, see where you have the advantage. Also, we have the stretch RPO going to the right side. And you can also hit that backside slant. So that's the first couple plays just in here. I'm not even going to call the play and run it because you guys, the runs are simple. I don't need to break down or run plays, you know, so much showing you guys. Like if a pass, I can show you guys the hot routes, how to beat certain coverages. But runs are kind of simple. So I just want to show you guys this formation that has that. Wing tight U, and you can audible between these formations as well. So wing tight U, we got the dive again. We have the stretch, which you can flick left or right. That's what makes that stretch really good. You know, it's not going to a certain way. You can kind of flick the run left or right. And you also have that jet sweep with the tight end. You can mix in a little bit, not as good. But really, you can just audible over to this dive and stretch. And then finally, in this wing tight Z, it has this 2-6 duo. I love, love, love this run in Madden 21 now. You know, it's like a power O run, but there's no pulling guard on it. So it's just straight hat-on-hat blocking. I really love that run so much. We also have that stretch, which you can flick to the left or right as well. So you can go to the left outside, we can go to the right outside, we can cut it back in. Has a dive as well. So we have the dive, the duo, and the stretch. All 3 of these wing tight formations are absolute money if you want to start using that clock, really pounding that running game. And then the next run I do want to look at is out of the I-form wing formation. So this is the second money play in the playbook. I gave you a couple money plays in the first play, but we'll just call that as one. So you're getting a little bonus here with the Jacksonville Jaguars playbook. But now we're looking at the halfback power G I-form wing, and I just absolutely love this run. It's kind of like an off tackle. It's not really like a stretch. So you're gonna get great blocking. You can you're gonna get double guys going right there, and you can either cut this inside or take this outside. I'm really starting to run this play a lot when I want to run the clock. You see we get that huge hole up there for an easy 8 yards. But a lot of times you can go to the outside with it, you can cut it in. We're going to get it kind of, the handoff is so quick where he hands it off way up there at the line. and a lot of times you're automatically getting 2 yards just on the handoff, and you always want a nice little positive play where you're not going to lose yardage. And that's what this play is. You rarely ever lose yardage on this play because of how quickly he hands it off and where he does. So like I said, you can bounce it out. I prefer to probably follow those blocks. Just be patient. I wouldn't abuse the speed burst right away. Be patient, wait, and then kind of follow those blocks, get up in there. I know the Jaguars aren't the best team. They don't have the best running back. James Robinson, not much speed, so not a great team to use this with. But this run is really good. I'm telling you guys, if you see any power Gs, if you see any kind of runs like this, I definitely recommend finding them in your playbook and mixing them in when you want to use that clock and get your ground game going. So as you can see here, we turned into a big play. So, I mean, we haven't gotten less than about 2 yards on any run. And some of these runs have turned into big plays. So I really like this. We can bounce it outside, like I said. This is, you take it inside, you can bounce it outside, hit them with a little juke, and you're off to the races. So that's been this halfback power G. Look for those in your playbook. If you're not in Jacksonville, look for the power G in any of your playbooks. I know they have it in goal line as well, but let's get into the third play. All right, guys, third play in our Jacksonville Jaguars 5-play money scheme is going to be bench pivot, and we've seen this play gain a lot more popularity lately in the Madden community, especially on the competitive scene. It's going to beat pretty much every coverage. You want an elite route runner at tight end, good speed. If you're in Mutt, get those guys like Waller and Finley and Vernon Davis and all the guys you're seeing. In regs, obviously, get as fast, as good as tight end as you can. I do like this versus every coverage. I probably prefer it versus cover 2, but it's really good versus every coverage, so we'll go ahead and come out, run it versus cover 2. Now, the only setup I like to do is drag the slot receiver like this, and you can honestly keep B on that route if you wanted to. You can also put him on a flat, or you can streak him. Versus something like cover 3, I probably like to keep him on the route that he's on, and then I can kind of check down to him if they're playing, if they have curl flats or cloud flats. Then if they're playing hard flats, I can kind of wait for the tight end on the sidelines. Then we have that high-low read with the drag and the backside dig. Those backside digs, absolute money this year. That's kind of our man-beating combo there, is the drag and the backside dig. I would recommend getting a route tech, your best route runner in the slot, and then you can mix in something like flood as well. But we're just taking a look here versus cover 2, so I am going to go ahead and streak B. See if we can get a little time in the pocket, kind of wait for that corner route, and they play it pretty good there. So let's go ahead and get a flat route actually underneath there. I think that might be better versus the cover 2. So we'll go ahead and drag him, flat him like this. See if we can get that corner up the field. No, they're playing it back pretty good, so we'll just check down to our flat. So if they're playing hard flats, that's where we can kind of hit the corner out over the top. But if not, we can kind of just wait. See if we can get that corner up the field. We get a pass lead up. So something like that will also work as well. So you saw there we had the flat going out there to kind of bring them down. But you just want to kind of read the defense. If it is zone, they're playing hard flats, that tight end route's going to be money. If they're playing back like that, that's when you want to just kind of check down underneath. Then backside here, we have the drag and the dig route combo. I'm just going to check down to the drag. A lot of times, if they don't have hard flats, if they're playing cloud flats or curl flats, those drags are going to be money underneath as well. So one more time here. Let's see if we can go ahead. We'll hit the drag again. They're kind of giving us that for an easy, 4 to 5 yards. So that's been bench pivot. Like I said, this play will work versus every coverage in the game. Make sure you have a lot of speed, route running at that tight end position. And let's get into the fourth play. Next play we're going to look at is out of the gun tight slots, halfback weak. We're looking at mesh spot. This play was really good last year in Madden 20. It's good this year again. It's probably even better if you do have a route chem. Obviously, we don't here with the Jacksonville Jaguars, but I do like this versus zone coverage. My favorite setup is to flat X like this, the outside left receiver, so that would be square on PlayStation. I like to slant Y like that, and then I'm going to flat A. So what you're gonna look for is these you're going to look for the halfback wheel with a low ball versus zone. Then we also have the post slant combo as well, and you can low ball that slant. We have the flats there to kind of bring out these defenders. That same thing with the B post. We have X on a flat to bring any flats out for that post, and then the same thing with the slant in the flat. So we're just going to go ahead and take a look here. So versus something like this, we have that post going across the middle to Chenault. Big play right there over the middle. Once again, just flat both sides, slant route the slot receiver like that. Try to hit this running back quickly with a low ball like that. It gets in a little pocket. Easy completion. No zones will cover that route. Let's try to hit the slant now since we've hit the other two main routes. So we'll go ahead and low ball that slant like that over the middle. So really, you're just it's just a flood concept. We're bringing the zones out with these flat routes, and we're able to hit some of these other routes. So one more time here, I'll go ahead and try to hit this post right when he cuts. Chenault over the middle. I'll go ahead and take a look at the replay, and we'll kind of break down what the zone, what this play is forcing the zones to do to allow us to get everything kind of open. As you can see here, exactly what we wanted. Flat route, he brings out the flat, opens up our running back in that little pocket. Like I said, I prefer to low pass that with the left trigger, and then possession catch it every time. You know, zones are going to cover that. Here you see the slant, same thing over here. We actually have the tight end wide open as well, but our goal for the tight end is to kind of bring that flat out, but the flat kind of didn't play him, it kind of played back in no man's land, so we had both these guys, honestly. That's when we decided to low ball the slant, but we also had the tight end flat for an easy check down as well. And then here the route we did throw, right over the middle, easy. So a lot of times the guy's user will guard either the slant or the post, and that's when you just kind of watch which one they user, and then you throw the opposite one. That's why we're stressing the middle of the field as well. So we have the floods to the outside, and we also stress the middle of the field. One of the best ways to always beat zone year in and year out. Alright guys, final play we're going to look at is post corner read out of the gun empty bunch wide. I really love this play. It has so many good routes on the field. You can kind of run this versus every coverage in the game, honestly. You know, I probably prefer it versus... it depends. If you have good route running, good speed, I'd probably like it more versus man, but it will work versus every coverage. I'm just going to go ahead and run this versus random plays, just so you can see that it does work versus pretty much every coverage in the game. I like to just flat the two. I like to flat X, the running back over there on the left side, and I like to flat the tight end. You can also kind of smart route A if you wanted to, the slot receiver, but it's not really necessary. So we'll go ahead and hike it, see what we see. You see right there, you see we have the flat wide open already. If they're not going to guard anything out there, then we can just throw that. You can also, instead of a flat, you could do a little out route as well. It might even be better there. But let's see what we have here. Here we have the little C route coming to the sidelines. I love that C route, especially versus man. Usually torches his man to the outside. You know, the Jaguars, like we said, don't have the best weapons or route runners out here. But a lot of times, boom, we hit that, check down, easy completion. They're not playing on that, boom, you hit that all day. If they do play underneath on that, that's when we can hit the C routes behind it. Those C routes, like I said, just torch man to man. Looks like we get that little C route in the pocket. I got his I threw, but that was a wide open laser if I didn't get hit. Can also low pass that as well. You know, having a thing like Gunslinger would make that even better. Once again, here we had that little out route. So, I mean, we're just attacking both sides of the fields. We're attacking the sidelines. You know, we're stretching them horizontally. So, always like to play offense like that. Here, I'm going to try to low pass that. See, we get that open. See, we don't have that Gunslinger ability, so we're not able to really get it in that tight window. But that usually is going to be open here. Once again, we throw it on the cut, C route versus man-to-man all day long. So yeah, just attacking both sides of the field, and then you can eventually look for that post over the middle, but really looking for the flats or these C routes to the sideline. So hope you guys enjoyed this video, man. It's been 5 money plays out of the Jacksonville Jaguars Offensive Playbook. Really underrated playbook. It has a lot of good things you can go to. Can stay very balanced in this playbook. So make sure you guys subscribe here to the channel. Please give this video a like, comment down below what's been your favorite playbook breakdown so far. I appreciate all you guys, man. Until next time, your boy T Davis is out.